Now I kind of want to do Texas.
Oh, did you write it down?
Oh, I put in five letters of their name. So
No, you put Vandy, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the name, buddy.
All right, Vandy's locked in.
No, listen, because Texas only beat them by 3 points, but I get it. This is based off Vanderbilt winning out the rest of the year.
Winning out.
So, and from what my schedule was, Texas is going to end with 3 losses. Vandy ends with 2. They're gonna get the higher ranking.
What's up, You Don't Know Ball Podcast Nation? Welcome back to the show. We are back with a lot to unpack from Tuesday's rankings and a couple of games we can get to. Not much happened, like shockingly, this weekend, other than maybe what happened in North Carolina State. And I don't know. That's about it. Maybe a fight in Boston College here, and then Indiana handled their business, and so did Ohio State. So, what game should we start with first, or should we just go straight into the rankings?
I don't know. I was pretty proud of Texas with their win versus Vanderbilt.
Dude, Arch was on a different level.
Lone Wolf win for the kids, so I'm very happy with them. I knew Texas would be able to figure it out. Pavia's had too many weeks where he's just been able to run all over these teams, and they figured him out. So proud of what they did, and being at home, that definitely made a difference. So
for sure. Arch, you heard Arch say it. He's back in the crib. So CTE Arch is a different kind of Arch Manning. He started playing like Peyton Manning there too.
He's a roller coaster, man.
Granted, he had a couple of checkdowns that his receivers made a pretty good. The first play of the game was a 75-yard touchdown off a screenplay. So
that's college football. That's what happens, man.
Everybody was screaming that Arch is back, but he actually had a pretty good game on Saturday against Vandy. And then
they needed it. God, they needed
it,
man.
Obviously, it showed how much the committee thinks of them because they're now number 11, but they're the first team out.
I think they're 13th right now
in the AP. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But in the playoff rankings, because now the playoff rankings mean more than the AP.
Yeah.
I think they're 11, and then Oklahoma's 12.
Yeah, that recency bias is a little crazy to me.
Yeah, it is. But if you look at their wins, they have a top 10 win over Oklahoma, and they dominated them at 23-6. And then they have a top 10 win over Vandy now at home. And they have their losses against Florida in the swamp, and then Ohio State at Ohio State. So it's, you could fight for them to be, it could be recency bias or whatever, but they're getting hot at the right time right now. So it's kind of like their March Madness here, just in November.
And that's what separates them from a team like Miami. Dude, I'm ready to just be done with them, honestly.
Tale of two stories.
Yeah.
Dude.
That SMU game was tough. I think they should have won it. They didn't, and it's just what we've seen in the past couple of years now with Miami.
Is Carson back?
I thought you could blame their coaching.
Yeah, but I also will say, I don't know if you saw it, but I think SMU called timeout or something, and the defensive end, screamed towards the quarterback and not plowed him, but was called for a
personal foul,
which is insane. And Mario Cristobal is like, he couldn't hear the whistles or whatever. I'm just like, shut up. SMU is not that loud.
SMU has 40,000 fans on a good day. There's no way he's like, oh, I couldn't hear him.
It's kind of like I was clapping.
Yeah, I was clapping. He's so full of shit. But Miami, talk about two stories, one at the beginning of the story and the beginning of the season, and now.
You know what's funny is this was their first game out of the state of Florida.
Right.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it?
Which is crazy. They're taking team buses to games, but now they finally had to fly for it, and you see the difference. So I can see a world where they bounce back. I was definitely considering making them my number 11 or my winner of the ACC still, which I do think they will make the championship game still. I think they can do it.
Yeah.
But
good luck.
I just don't think they're going to make the playoff for me. So they're probably out.
And that's not crazy to say because, if you look at the ACC right now, I think they're fifth, I think, right now.
I think they're probably
low.
third or fourth behind.
No.
Oh, wait, yeah, because you got
Virginia, Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh's
Louisville.
up there, too.
I still think SMU's in that
Louisville,
race
Georgia
as well.
Tech's still up there.
All right,
Louisville's
so
number 1.
It goes Virginia
Virginia's
at 1,
number 1.
Virginia
Georgia
1,
Tech.
Georgia Tech 2,
Yeah.
Pittsburgh
How's Georgia Tech still
3.
2?
Louisville
They only
4,
lost
How
one
is
game.
Louisville fourth?
SMU 5,
Are you kidding me?
Duke 6, and then Miami 7.
Yeah.
Miami's 2-2 in the
2-2
conference.
conference.
Dude,
No, they got to win out, and some luck's got to go their way. You know,
a lot of stuff has to go their
Four
way.
teams have to lose more than 2 games, and that's not going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, if you're looking at it, I mean, Virginia's got a test this weekend at Wake Forest, and they're an upset alert. Pittsburgh's got a big game against Notre Dame in 2 weeks, so next weekend if they win there, they're pretty much smooth sailing to the end of the season.
Still, that
into
doesn't
the
matter.
title.
It doesn't matter towards ACC
Right, I know,
rankings.
but it would only help them.
Right.
Georgia Tech just lost to NC State, and I think NC State beat Virginia, so which is technically not a conference game that they put in, so that's a whole nother story. But ACC conference is shaking up for the worst because now they went from a possible two bid league in the playoffs to maybe a 1.
Yeah.
Probably no, definitely a 1.
Yeah.
So
SEC is
Well,
too
they gotta
strong.
get one.
Who would
Yeah,
you put
they're gonna
as
have to
who would you put in for the ACC then? Right now,
I'm gonna
I'm
go with
gonna-
Caleb. I think Louisville.
Georgia
We'll
Tech.
save it for later. I mean, because we're predicting it.
No,
later,
yeah, we'll
so
predict it.
I think. I mean, well, ours just got spoiled anyway, but it doesn't. We'll see what place we put them at.
Georgia
you know?
Tech.
Georgia Tech just got so exposed. I mean, NC State's
Man.
I don't think they're that trash of a program. I always thought they had a good offense. I remember watching.
CJ Bailey's a dog.
Yeah, I remember watching their first game of the season, and
Bradley
know,
Chubb.
whoever their quarterback was, who'd you
CJ
say?
Bailey.
CJ Bailey. I mean, he looked really good in
Yeah.
that first game I watched from the season opener, but that was against FCS. But if he could do that to Georgia Tech, who's gonna say what these other ACC teams are gonna do to Georgia Tech down the line? So,
Right. And
especially Georgia.
yeah, they have Georgia down at the last
Is
game
it
of the
Georgia?
season.
Oh,
Man,
yeah,
that's
dude,
a
Georgia
rivalry-
Tech's done.
That's a
No,
rivalry game.
no, I think
That'll be
Georgia
a good
Tech's
game.
home against Georgia this year.
Yeah, so that might help a little bit, but I mean, even last year, if you look at that game, Georgia Tech was 7-5 going in, and they took them
Yeah.
right down to the wire.
Took their
I think
ass.
like 2 overtimes, 4. I can't
4,
remember.
I
Yeah.
think. Yeah.
Georgia's just one of those teams though where they're gonna find a way to win, even if it is a tough game. We've seen it all year.
Even
Absolutely.
when calling a timeout, not really.
But going back to your
Wait.
NC State thing, so NC State has beaten Virginia, so they're technically a top 15 team right now in the playoff rankings, and then they beat Georgia Tech. But the one thing that I'm, as a Notre Dame fan, extremely happy about is that we dog walked them at home 36-7 or 34-7 earlier in the season. So that just shows Notre Dame's strength of schedule at this point, just looking a little bit better because of the Georgia Tech win for NC State. So, and I was happy to see that. I was hoping that would happen because I think Georgia Tech's kind of fraudulent. I haven't been saying.
Why didn't you pick
Didn't
NC
they
State
lose
then?
one game?
Because I didn't have that much hope in NC State to pull off the upset, but I knew in the back of my head like it could happen. They've had
Man,
fighter
I wanted to
chance.
pick them so bad.
I know,
I don't
I
know
did
why I
too.
didn't. Because I normally go with like the underdog home team. Like,
Yeah,
I've been doing that
especially
all
you.
year, but I didn't because I trusted Georgia Tech and I trusted them all year, and now I can't no more.
We'll see what.
Trust issues.
Shout out Owen McDaniel.
Hit his what is it? SoundCloud or Spotify?
Hit his Spotify. Hit his SoundCloud. Hit that boy Apple Music.
Shout out to Ryan McDaniel who just got engaged.
Yeah, congratulations.
Yeah,
to him.
yeah.
I
for
mean,
real.
congrats. Jack, you had any thoughts about the Georgia Tech game or Vanderbilt game? You haven't been quiet
I think
over
Georgia
there.
Tech slipped up, lost this one. I don't think they're a bad team though. I think
I
they
also
still win the ACC. Me
You
and,
do?
Me and A are on the wavelength.
I don't
here.
think they're a dog walking team. I think they slipped up and they're gonna figure out the rest
They're
of
gonna
the game.
skate by the rest of the season. Is what you're trying
No,
to
they're
say.
not gonna skate by. They're gonna figure it out.
Yeah,
Could they possibly have been looking over them like 2 weeks in advance?
Yes.
for that Georgia game.
for sure.
Oh yeah. I don't know because who do they have this week?
I don't.
Not Georgia. It's not Georgia yet.
I don't think. No, Georgia's the last game
They're
of the
playing
season.
Georgia 3
They
weeks
have.
in a row.
So this week they have Boston College, and Boston College just took Notre Dame to the wire. So
Okay, Wire is a
Miami-
little.
It's a
above-
rivalry
Miami
game.
beat-
Hey, they also took
Miami beat
MSU to the
Notre
wire.
Dame,
So what's
though.
that say about Notre Dame's strength of schedule?
okay.
Okay,
here
but
we
when
go.
Notre Dame and Miami, if the Notre Dame and Miami played right now, who would win that game?
Notre Dame by 15. You so
Notre
foolish.
Dame by 15.
Say what you got to say.
I said Miami
You really-
fucking them up.
You're going to take.
Left, right, and center, son.
Okay, listen. Carson
like that
Beck at
game.
the
Carson
beginning of
Beck
the
would
season.
turn into Jesus for that game.
Carson
Yeah, he
Beck
already
at the
did
beginning
once.
of the game.
Exactly.
Beginning of the season is a different kind of Carson Beck that we have now.
Hey, do they got to
And
leave?
then Marcus Freeman be like, I don't think we should run Jeremiah Love against Miami again.
I don't think we should use our best player.
Exactly.
What if we disguised our best player as not an option?
Didn't use number 4 at all.
We've used him every single week since that game. And
what if we
it's worked out
used
pretty
number
well.
4 times?
all right. Sounded like
It's his
Randy.
number.
Sounded like Randy Marsh over there. But all right. So, anything else about Georgia Tech, NC State before we move on to our next game?
I'm trying to think of what other
I
games.
think y'all
'cause
being too critical. of
Did you
Georgia
say
Tech.
Notre Dame beat Georgia and not Georgia State, NC State earlier this season?
Yeah, they beat him at home,
And that was 34-7.
34-7.
I just couldn't remember. I thought they.
I was at the game, so I watched.
Well,
it.
I know, but I didn't know if I can't remember. I didn't.
Well, we know how you get it, though.
I thought that was. I thought. Well, you went to the Boise State game too, so I guess. that was-
I didn't go to the Boise State game.
Oh right.
I went to one the week after. So
Wait, what? You didn't go to the Boise State game?
no,
You were there for that awful officiating group.
that was Texas A&M and USC and NC State.
no, Boise State was pretty bad too.
Yeah, Boise State was bad, but I wasn't there
Really?
because it was the green out.
Really? Oh yeah. Because who went for those?
You
Oh,
should have moved.
yeah,
You should
I
have
got
moved
it.
into the house earlier, Alex. You would have known.
Yeah, if you would have been here earlier, you would have known that shit. But okay,
Really?
so we got Vanderbilt and Texas. We got NC State, Georgia Tech.
There's some other good ones here we're
Yeah.
forgetting. Oklahoma, Tennessee. I thought that one was. I mean, Oklahoma. They just saved their season with that one.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever season they have left, they saved it. Even though it
I
probably
mean-
only is like a.
Kicker comes out and is what they call it? Heidi.
Daisy Dukes,
Daisy
pretty
Dukes,
much.
yeah.
What in the hell is that?
Yeah.
And then Utah whooped the crap out of Cincinnati. I mean, Jack and I knew what was up there. You know, taking the Utah spread.
Did I not take the Utah spread?
No,
Oh,
you took
shit.
Cincinnati spread. Cincinnati win the Big 12 right now. They'll keep it close.
They'll keep it close.
Michigan down to the wire with Purdue.
Yeah,
That's a
Alex, what
sad
in the
game.
hell is going
We
on?
need to
with Michigan?
reevaluate Underwood.
I don't understand what happened this past weekend. I mean,
Ever since that Washington game, Underwood's getting worse and worse.
well, it
What, do you
doesn't
what,
help.
what does that mean? Worse and worse, like just throwing the ball, or
Yeah,
like
He can't throw the ball,
really?
It's starting to look like
or he
Davis
doesn't
Ward.
have anyone to throw to.
That could be.
No,
which-
that's not also not the case.
Does he have
because
time to throw the
Andrew
ball?
Andrew Marsh is still an upcoming receiver, but he's doing better than what we've had in the past. Samaj Morgan can't catch a ball,
Exactly.
but he was
Keep
left.
him off the
I'm
field.
pretty sure he was. I'm pretty sure he didn't play as much as that.
I think he played 10 total snaps on
Yeah.
Saturday. So,
But also, Underwood did miss a wide open throw to the end zone to McCulley.
not just one. He missed
missed-
a lot.
Yeah, he missed a lot. But, I think he was. I mean, they were coming off that Michigan State win, whatever. And then they went home, but probably overlooked Purdue because they're doing a bye week this week.
Yeah, they
They're
gotta get
trying-
healthy.
and they're injured. They have a ton of injuries right now. Like 2 of the starting linebackers are out. Barnum only played 1 series in the first quarter,
Yep.
and McCulley was injured. I mean, it was just a mess this past weekend.
They got out with the win, though. That's all that
and
matters.
Haynes is
Out for the
probably
season.
done for the season.
Yeah,
Dang.
if you're Michigan, you're looking to get healthy this week and then get Bryce in a better mindset because
play him.
you know these next 2 or 3 weeks that they have, it's going to be brutal. They got Northwestern at Wrigley
Not a
Field,
pushover.
and then they got Maryland at Maryland, right?
Also not a pushover.
And then they got Ohio State at home.
yeah, definitely not a
Pushover.
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 No,
Pushover.
no, bro.
Pussies. I'm just
Ohio
kidding.
State getting that ass again.
I'm pretty sure Ohio State learned their lessons the last 4 years and try not to run the ball this time.
Well, I still.
Hopefully not.
Dude, I hope.
It's a rivalry. That's especially that game. That's a rivalry game. You can't ever predict what it's going to happen. Each team's going to give whatever they got. So
Right, but with Sand doing what Sand's doing this year,
He is-
dude.
It's not even
balling
to
out.
Jeremiah.
It's not
Love.
gonna matter,
It's not
bro.
even
Yeah,
to Jeremiah
it-
Smith.
It's not.
No, I'm just saying it's not gonna. Oh,
I'm talking
against
same with
Michigan.
Alex.
It won't matter what Sand's done.
you could throw all the stats out the window and just.
I mean, if
play
he's
from
throwing to
there.
Carnell Tate and Jeremiah Smith.
We should talk about this Penn State game because they looked.
Dunzo, dude.
I mean, I think Ohio State gave the country what everybody was waiting to see is if they can hit that second gear.
Oh yeah.
If it's a close game, and damn, they do.
Well, they pushed it.
Poor Penn State, man. I just feel like at the beginning of the year it was crazy how we were saying this was one of the games like we said to mark
This
on our
entire
calendar.
Back
weekend.
in May.
This
Yeah,
entire weekend we were looking forward to it.
Yeah.
it's
And
falling
then-
apart.
And nobody watched football.
No, not anybody on YouTube TV. That's
Oh,
for
yeah,
sure.
It's just tough
Right.
because I mean it was Halloween weekend,
Yeah,
man. We were busy all day.
YouTube TV.
I did go to the Western
game.
game.
Yeah.
Speaking of
Disney.
rivalry games, Central versus Western, that was a pretty damn good
Yeah.
game.
Yeah,
That was
that's
a pretty
good
damn
Shout
good
out to
game.
Western for taking it home.
Dude,
Right.
for
I
real.
thought Central was going to whoop
What
that
was the
ass.
trophy? Paul Bunyan trophy? or
No,
whatever?
no, that's
that's
Michigan.
Michigan.
It's like the cannon.
It's the cannon.
Or
It's the
something like
victory cannon.
Dude, they got a
something like
last
that.
second touchdown to take the lead. That was
It's
dope.
insane.
I was at the game for half of it as
No
well.
way.
It was
Oh,
fun.
you should have stayed the entire thing.
Dude, we were
Man, he had to
I
get
was gonna-
drinking.
Yeah.
It was the day after
It
Halloween.
was that. Also, we went to University Roadhouse and finished the game there and
Oh,
eating
nice.
food and stuff.
Nice.
I mean, dude, it got rowdy.
You
in
get the
there, dude.
Bronco wrap?
We were watching them. No, I didn't get the Bronco wrap. I got. I just got some burger.
Shout out Jason Herbert.
Bronco Burger.
Bronco burger from Old Bill.
Oh my God.
But no, yeah, that was a really good game. And it sets a Western in opportunity to win the conference
Yeah,
this
dude.
year.
How are they winning the MAC? I was talking to this random dude at the game. I was like, "So Western's at the bottom, right?" And they're like, "Well, actually, if we win today, we could win the MAC." And I was
Yeah.
like,
Because
I was like,
everyone's at the bottom
"Bullshit,
of the
dude."
MAC.
Right.
They're right now Western's sitting at third, and then
I thought they were at two.
teams. No, they're third because
Okay.
the two teams ahead of them
They just
still
passed
play
Central.
each other.
Oh, right.
And I think Western holds the win over Ohio right now. Not Ohio.
No,
it's
they
one of
play
those two
Ohio.
teams.
It's Buffalo. No,
Miami
Toledo.
beat
Toledo.
them. Miami beat them. So Miami was on top.
And I still think Western has Ohio on the schedule.
and
so,
they play them next Tuesday.
So if Western wins, we're looking at a title game between Miami, Ohio, and Western Michigan.
A rematch.
Oh, God, that'd be awesome.
A
Hey,
rematch.
what are you guys doing Tuesday?
Do they play on weekdays now?
Yeah, they play next Tuesday.
Action
Oh,
starts
that's-
Tuesday for them.
Oh, that's dope.
Might have to be a
Nothing.
might have to be a you don't know ball trip to Waldo Stadium.
I mean, I don't really do much on Tuesdays, so after
Yeah.
work at least. That better be a night game.
It is.
I'll be on a mother
1
baby,
p.m. on a
mother
Tuesday.
baby
Oh.
unit on Tuesday.
It's like a 7 p.m. start
Good.
at Waldo.
Good.
So
Dope. All right.
All right. Anything else before we go into we call in the playoff ranking talks?
let's go to the playoffs.
Yeah, we're probably forgetting a couple games. Sorry about it.
It was not a very entertaining weekend in college football for us, especially as a YouTube TV customer.
Yeah.
Disney. What in the hell is going on? Just get a damn deal at this point. I'm so sick of waiting. I'm watching South Park at lunch for 30 minutes. I want to watch some ball, man. Just get that shit
Pat
working.
McAfee's all pissed about it.
I want to
too.
watch College Game Day, not big noon kickoff or whatever it
And
is.
nobody
but,
want to watch Urban Meyer.
like,
For real.
get it fixed. Let's move on. I don't care if I have to pay $10 extra for our channel. It's just let's just get you a
Get it
deal
rolling.
going. I'm tired of it. But all right, there's my little rant. Here's our 87 subscribers channel throwing in our insult towards
130
multi-billion-dollar
something on
companies.
Instagram though.
We big time.
Watch us get clipped on like ESPN. Rageful fan goes off on Disney.
Notre Dame fan. Those Notre Dame fans
goes
are always
off on
full of
Disney.
rage.
Can't go to Disneyland anymore.
Man, those Notre Dame games aren't even on ESPN. No, but yeah, whatever. All right,
How do y'all want to do this? 12-1 or 1-12? What we think?
let me do this real quick, and
All
then
right.
we'll get into that. So last Tuesday, if everybody watched, it's not
This
YouTube
Tuesday.
TV, but this Tuesday, whatever, past Tuesday, the college football playoff committee came together and put their hats at the door and ranked their 12-1 best teams for their college football playoff poll. Obviously, the group of five gets an automatic bid. The ACC gets an automatic bid. SEC, Big Ten, whatever. But they came out with their first initial rankings this week. They have Oklahoma and Texas being the first two out, I think, right now.
Yep.
And then so they're at 12 and 11. Notre Dame at 10. Then they have Oregon at 9.
I
Then,
can go through it if you want me to.
No, I can look at. I think I still have it up. Sorry. They have Oregon at 9, Texas Tech at 8. They have BYU at 7. They got Ole Miss at 6. They got Georgia at 5, Bama at 4, Texas A&M at 3, Indiana 2, and Ohio State at 1. So obviously Memphis is going to get in there somewhere, and then the ACC champion, which will probably end up being Virginia. So I mean, no, I'm just kidding.
If it ended
right
today.
now, yeah. If it ended
Now
today,
them boys in Booker Bottom, Georgia can do anything about it.
I thought it was interesting that no Group of 5 team was ranked in the playoff.
no, not even ranked
Not
in
even
the top
one.
25. Yeah.
not even one.
And that just, I mean, it's gonna change. Memphis is gonna get the biggest boost in the entire country at the end of the season because they're gonna go from unranked to damn 12
Right.
just
They
because of the
were
playoff
ranked.
ranks
I thought they were ranked 24th.
in the AP. Yeah,
Okay.
But the playoffs. So the playoffs.
That's
learn-
a whole different
Right.
ranking group is
right.
what you're
Yeah,
saying.
And
Okay.
this one now supersedes the AP.
Got
So
you.
AP,
The playoff
As it
ranking-
should. They
yeah.
just shouldn't even include, like,
No.
they need a new group,
and,
honestly.
the AP at this point.
Let
is
us
just
four do
there.
it.
Yeah, honestly,
Jam,
get
you
the
could
right
do
rankings.
it.
We'll get you the right rankings.
I thought it was interesting that that happened and like somebody said that I was watching the live stream on YouTube from some other sports network thanks to Disney not figuring it out, but no, I think they learned their lesson because of last year of what Boise State did. I mean, they didn't do
Yeah.
anything against Penn State, so I guess
I mean, they had the best running back in the country, and they didn't do a damn thing.
no.
It's-
And I'm wondering I'm curious if it's what's going to change next year because they do transfer into the 16-team playoff, correct? Or
I think next year or the year after.
is it 16 or 14? I think it's
It might
16.
be- I think it's 16.
They're expanding it again?
Yeah.
Wow.
I thought they
didn't
were
even know
doing it
that.
this year, but I guess they wanted
They
2
want
years
more
break.
money.
Yeah.
I mean, especially after how the viewers looked on it last year, there was just exploded.
I like it. I like it.
I think it's way better than 4. I love it more than 4. It's a lot more fun.
But do they let more Group of 5 teams in?
Hell no.
I'm
Hell
like,
no.
hell
They
no.
get one.
Get
they
them
get
out.
one.
Bro, I would rather see
I think if they're good enough, they could get 2.
If they're
If they're good enough, yeah.
If
they're
JMU goes undefeated for 5 seasons in a row, they should at least get to it once.
Okay,
Well,
Cincinnati-
if they go undefeated, they'll be a Group of 5.
Cincinnati went undefeated for 3 years.
Well, they're
going to
go undefeated this year. So why wouldn't JMU get the bid this year?
because their coach is going to leave.
That is true.
JMU.
I
didn't
don't
think
really
about
know.
that.
I'm sorry. I didn't. It's a
He might.
JMU undefeated again?
Yes.
Oh wow.
They're good, dude.
They might sneak up and win.
They want to play Kurt Signetti in the playoffs.
That'd be sick.
Well, what they should do for the Group of 5 is just even whatever conference it is, the top 2 best teams should play in a
Group of 5
conference
championship.
Group of 5 championship
I like
game to
that.
make it into the playoffs. So
Yeah,
they
because the
should
Big
even
Ten
have
does
them.
that. Every other big time Power 4 conference has the best 2 teams from their conference playing the conference championship.
Right, but no, it doesn't matter like what conference they are in the Group
I know.
of 5.
I'm saying.
Okay.
Saying the entire Group of 5 needs a best 2 teams.
Yeah, I think the entire Group of 5 just needs to be in one conference.
Oh, now it's
Well,
gonna piss
sorry,
off a lot of
Mac. You,
people.
you guys are getting
Except the
screwed.
Mac.
Yeah, the Mac is probably never gonna make it,
Let the
But-
MAC team get a bid.
dude.
The MAC football just ain't good enough, man.
2016
Hell no.
Broncos.
The amount of
the
mistakes I
playoffs.
saw this weekend in one half, I'm sitting there thinking I could be out there and do that, which is like I'm not normally like that.
was the
but,
20?
dude,
Was it the 2015 Broncos?
But it awoke
I can't
something
remember.
in me.
They could have made it,
low key they could have Corey Davis and them.
That was a good.
Is that
was
Corey
a
and
good
them?
group.
and
Yeah.
they made the Wisconsin game a good game too.
Yeah, if you watch that Wisconsin game, they could have won that.
They
one.
should have. They should have won that.
Was that
game.
the bowl game that year?
Yeah.
Yeah, Cotton Bowl.
Wow.
They could have won that game.
All right. Let's get into you saw their rankings. This is the you don't know ball rankings. So we got
Each
all
of
4
ours.
Each of us,
Yeah.
yes. All 4 of us have come up with 4 separate college football playoff rankings, and well, at least
We'll keep track of them.
Jack will figure it out as we go.
Watch Jack
Don't
gets the most
start with
right.
Jack or me.
So
Georgia Southern.
I think we should go around, name who we think's going to win the championships
okay, yeah,
for
we
the
can do
first
this.
4. Let's do power the Group of 5, and then we'll do the next 7.
Yep.
Just go around.
All right,
So that's what ends up being 1 through 5.
Right.
I think
One
I,
through-
li- I, think I
one
like
through
it
12.
like that.
Okay.
1 through.
So
Sorry.
on your
12
hand,
through
So-
Is that what ends up being 1 through 5 though?
Yeah,
Yeah,
they'll take the best
usually.
of the conference championship.
Oh,
ranks.
okay.
well, none of
gotcha.
them get buys now, so
None of
they're
them
just
get
straight
buys?
they're just straight seeded
Okay.
from wherever they are. So even if they
Well-
win the conference championship, they don't get a bye.
You don't
Right, but if they win their conference championship
in.
and they're ranked
But-
higher, that's how the
Yes,
ranking
yes.
goes.
So you're saying it doesn't matter if they win their conference championship, they're in,
They're
but they
in.
don't get the playoff.
They don't get
the bye.
They don't get the
Right.
bye. It's
But-
the top 4
Mm.
teams that get the bye.
Okay.
Mm.
But who's the top 4 teams though? That's the thing.
I mean,
It's pretty simple right now.
Let's
But
see. All right.
Well, that's interesting then. I still think, I don't know. I'll go out on a limb here and I'll say I think Indiana could win the Big Ten.
Absolutely.
I think they could do it.
I don't think that's
All right,
crazy.
Caleb.
I don't
Caleb,
think
Is
that's
that
crazy.
where we're starting?
We're
Big
starting.
Ten
We're starting with
championship
Caleb. We're
right
starting
now?
with Caleb. Do you guys do it all at the same time, so like Big Ten, SEC, ACC? Or
Yeah,
just-
I think we say which conference championship and then we go around.
Okay. So we'll start with the Big Ten. So Caleb, go ahead.
Indy freaking Anna. Give me that.
Signetti. Signetti's getting the vote
Unless Ohio State beats UCLA by more than what Indiana did.
When does
I
Ohio
better-
State play
here.
them?
I better keep track of this. But
2
Ohio
weeks
State
from now.
loses to UCLA.
Dude, I'd be so excited.
I just told him that too. I was like, dude, they ruined their season. That'd be
I
awesome.
was like,
Unranked.
thank God.
okay, so Caleb went with Indiana. Jack, go ahead.
I also think Signasty will get it done this year.
Jack was going little Whit's going with Indiana.
And Fernando.
Fredo.
Isn't it Fernando
It's
Mendoza?
Fernando. I'm just referencing last
Oh,
episode.
okay.
Yeah.
Fredo.
Did I say Fredo?
No, I did.
Oh, okay.
Okay, dude.
Sorry, dude.
That reminds me of that
It's
one
been a
time.
minute. All I remember from last week was freaking
Being here?
Armani hot dog or whatever.
Armani hot
That
dog.
was a pretty memorable moment.
Dude, that I started watching that podcast at work and I had to stop because that was the intro and I almost just started just laughing, dude. 'Cause I had to stop. I couldn't watch that episode without just bursting out laughing.
I did that on purpose. It was funny.
I thought you were gonna say Amari hot dog.
All right, Alex, you're Big Ten champion.
So right now the Big Ten race for the championship game is really, really tight right now. So
Wide open.
I mean, Iowa's is somewhere in the mix. Obviously, Ohio State, Indiana, Michigan's still in the mix.
Oregon
really in the mix. I mean, Oregon needs one slip up from one team, and they're in the playoff, and they're in that championship game.
Yeah.
But honestly, I think that Indiana and Oregon are being the Big Ten championship game, and I think Indiana's gonna win.
You can't even say that shit with a straight face.
No, I can't.
I
I mean,
think
that's
it-
gonna be Indiana, Ohio State, and
I
Indiana's
think the
gonna
top
be in.
three in the race right now are Oregon, Indiana, Ohio State, and someone would have to really fuck to not be Indiana and Ohio State in there.
All right,
Michigan.
so,
Michigan's
Big
the
Ten-
only one that
I
I
think
see could. I was
Win
not
it.
Dark horse it in.
not win the Big Ten championship game, but
Ma-
make
cause
it.
some shit.
They were like,
happen.
I remember 2016 with Penn State
they
made it
with, like,
because
two
Ohio,
losses, yeah.
Ohio State.
That was when they had division, so they had to win over.
yeah.
them. So, all right. So what you just said, basically, the conference title race is really wide open. Michigan's got a chance. Iowa's got a chance. Oregon's got a chance. With all that being said, I'm still going to go with the Buckeyes. I hate the Buckeyes. I don't love them at all, but I will respect that Ryan Day's got a hell of a team with him.
Oh, yeah.
He's got the two best players on both sides of the ball. And yeah, the
Name a
Buckeyes,
favorable schedule.
favorable schedule.
make
except
it there.
Michigan.
I
Yeah.
go
Who's
right.
the
I-
defensive player?
Caleb Downs.
Oh.
I go back to shout out Blake Hawkins, but right after that Monday, after the Tuesday after that national championship game, he's like, dude, I think Ohio State's gonna be even better next year. I'm just like, I brushed it off like, yeah, bullshit. But then they come out with Sonny Styles coming back and Caleb Downs is still there. I'm just like, okay, now they gotta say it. I'm like, all right. And then Smith is falling out. I'm like, and Tate. I'm like, nope. We're
No, the Ohio State's going to be really good going into next year as well because they still bring their top three guys back. I think.
Sayan is there for 3 more years.
Yeah, I mean, let's be honest, he ain't staying for three more years. He's going to leave. So is
Smith
Jeremiah
is
Smith.
done next year,
Yeah, Smith's going to lead next year, and so is Carnell Tate.
unless
So-
they don't beat Michigan and they
But-
can pull Harrison.
all right, so you three went to Indiana. I
Yeah.
went with Ohio State.
All right. What conference we doing next? Playa.
Let's do the Group of 5 champion.
Okay.
Let's just get that shit out of the way.
Yeah, I think let's do the Group 5. I think Memphis because do we really think JMU is gonna be respected with what their
No, I
their
don't think so.
strength of schedule is?
I really don't think.
I don't
so.
think so
I think
either.
they're gonna get.
I think Memphis gets it, and South. I feel bad for South Florida because they beat a Power 5 team with Florida,
Mhm.
but then they had to show out against Miami, and they just couldn't get it done. And they didn't need to win the game, but they needed to make it close. And I don't think
They did not
It
do
was
that.
not. So
Yeah,
I think
evident
Memphis gets the nod
evident
there.
by the red on that spread pick from that week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they were generous with it too. It was like 18 and a half points or
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah.
And they couldn't even do it.
Yeah. Caleb?
I'm going to go with Memphis. I predicted this 2 weeks ago because I said, who is the other team besides South Florida? And I mentioned Memphis. So I'm going to stick with my guns on this one and say they get it done. They beat South Florida. Was it 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So, that was kind of all the writing on the wall that I needed for that. So I'll stick with the Tigers for this one to get it done. Do they do anything in the playoffs? Hell no.
Hell no.
But, as long as they make it, I'll be happy.
They
if I get
show
that
up.
right.
That's
Right?
what they do.
Yeah.
They show up. They get off the bus and they get you right back on.
At halftime.
Hey, guys, how you doing? Okay.
I think after Memphis beat South Florida, they got it in the bag. I mean,
Yeah.
it's tough, man. I wanted South Florida to do it, but
Yeah, I like their team. I feel like they could be the ones to really shake it up, but Memphis beat them.
They could do something in the playoffs better than Memphis, but Memphis.
Do they play again though? Could they play again?
I
In the American Conference
probably the
Championship?
conference championship. Yeah.
Yeah, they could.
So that's really
That's
tough
tough
because it's
then.
hard to beat a team twice.
Yeah, I think.
Are they even in the same conference? Let's make
Yeah,
sure.
they're both in the American.
Okay. Well.
Okay, I'm switching mine. I think South Florida could do it
Oh shit.
if they beat Memphis.
Conference USA. No, it's not Conference USA. What is it?
American.
Conference. Sorry, there's so many American Conference USA.
It's
So
American
many
sport.
Americans.
It's American sport.
There's actually so many Americans here.
Okay.
Uh,
And canceled.
all right, so right now, Navy's winning the conference, but they haven't played shit. So
Yeah,
it's gonna be Memphis and South Florida.
hopefully.
I mean, North Texas is sitting there.
They're still in
8-1
there,
as
and
well,
they just
too.
beat Navy.
I'm a North Texas fan, but I don't think South Florida whooped their ass.
Oh
so.
yeah, for sure. I mean, yeah.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
think South Florida can get it done.
Jack's got South Florida. I'm gonna do Memphis and just keep it short because their time in the playoffs is gonna be short as well. They're gonna get the brakes beat off them, whoever it is. But okay, I'm gonna pick a conference here. Let's go with the big boy, SEC. Jack, this is your conference. Let's hear
You know who I'm going with? I'm going with the Tide, dude.
it.
First of all,
Knew that was coming.
First of all, their competition's probably A&M in that, right?
Yep.
I mean, A&M has a pretty cake schedule except for maybe Texas, and I don't even know if Texas will show up in that game,
Yeah.
just because that's tough. But the fact that Alabama and A&M have to play each other, I think Alabama will whoop that ass because I don't think Texas A&M has been tested this year.
Except early in the season with a 1 point win against Notre Dame.
But I mean, that's Notre Dame.
All right, dog. I'm gonna go with Texas A&M. Texas A&M's gonna win the SEC conference this year. I just think Marcel Reed's playing on a whole nother level, and I think Casey Concepcion at receiver has been playing at Heisman level material, but he's not gonna get it.
Is Marcel Reed even up for the Heisman?
Yeah, he is. He's
Okay,
number
good.
3 right now.
Yeah.
So
Who's 2?
2 is Fernando Mendoza, and then it's Julian Sand right now.
I knew Jim's doing.
But yeah, I'm going Texas A&M. I think the rest of the season right now it's kind of tough. They got Missouri this week, and I think they got another ranked team next week. But I still think they'll get through the regular season and they'll win the SEC championship.
I think they got Auburn.
Yeah, they got Auburn, but Auburn sucks.
Exactly. So I think they got Missouri. Is there 4 weeks or 3?
They got
weeks,
Texas at the end of the season.
right?
At
And they got
Texas.
Auburn before that.
Yep.
And then Missouri.
Missouri's
yeah,
this
dude.
week.
Texas A&M has a tough schedule. And
Missouri's
that's
this
why I
week.
don't think they're making the championship.
Missouri's this week. Auburn, Texas.
Yeah.
I still, if they win those 3, they're guarantees into the playoffs at most. And
Oh
I
yeah,
think
they'll
they
get in
got
the
a shot.
playoffs, but
But I think they got a shot to win the SEC.
So here's my thing. I want to go Georgia, but the only way that happens is if they play Bama again and beat them, right?
They have to make it to that,
think
but
so.
Bama would have the tiebreaker over them to make it into
That's
the
conference
championship
game.
game. So they would need.
They
Texas
really
A&M
need
to
Texas
lose.
A&M to slip up.
And that's what I'm going to bank on.
Yes.
So I'm going to go Georgia because I think it's
What's
what
the-
I wrote down earlier. And I looked at Texas A&M schedule and I saw it and I was like, they play Missouri away, I'm pretty sure.
Yep.
And then because, I mean, Bama went in there and barely escaped Missouri. And you can argue they won due to an injury. Actually,
Yeah.
no, was it Vandy where he got hurt?
Vandy.
I think it was Vandy where he got hurt.
Bo
So, yeah,
Papula
Bama
got
went in
hurt
there and
against
won fair
Vandy.
and square. That's fine.
Yeah.
But still a really close game. I think Texas A&M, teams don't remain undefeated or do they have one? I think they're undefeated still.
Oklahoma?
They're
Texas A&M.
undefeated.
Yeah, they're
Texas
undefeated.
A&M is.
I don't think teams are. I mean, just what we've seen this year, especially with Georgia Tech, teams aren't going to stay undefeated for all too long. And Texas A&M has a gauntlet to go through to finish the season. So give me Georgia to beat Alabama in the SEC championship and make it over them. Well,
You
they're
really-
both going to be in
both
there.
gonna
You
make
really
it.
think they have a gauntlet the rest of the season?
Texas
dude?
A&M.
They play
know.
Missouri.
Yeah.
They play South
Missouri with no
Carolina,
Bo Pavila.
Sanford, not Stanford, Samford.
Oh,
Okay, because they got that.
And then the
bullshit
last
week
game of the
9.
year is
And then
against Texas.
Texas and Missouri are the two I'm highlighting. But I'm. You can say it's not a gauntlet, but what we just saw
don't think it's a
Texas
gauntlet.
whoop that ass this week,
Drinkwitz is a good coach.
And it's at
Texas
Texas.
too
and it's at
inconsistent.
Texas.
Texas too
It's back at
inconsistent.
Arch's grip.
Too inconsistent,
We'll see what happens. We'll see if
especially
CTE,
in them big games.
CTE Arch has got to come back.
But, you
or
know,
something.
but
In them big games, they just won 2 of them
Okay,
big
But
games.
still, do you have
I don't
anything
like them.
No,
Especially
Georgia
in
for
Death
me.
Valley.
Georgia for me.
else? Okay, so I'm gonna. This is the scenario I'm still gonna put in. They beat Missouri. They beat South Carolina. They kicked the living hell out of Samford.
Yeah,
And
what
then-
the hell is that game
And
all
then
about?
if they lose against Texas, they're still in because that's their only loss at the
yeah,
SEC.
and then Texas would probably boot Notre Dame out because they're the better. They had the better win.
Right.
So that's the scenario.
But who
where,
does Notre Dame play the rest of the year?
we play? No one except Pitt.
That Pitt might be your best game of the year.
And they're ranked right now, but if Texas wins out, Texas.
USC might be a better.
Well, yeah, but if Texas wins out, they're
Texas
gonna
A&M
they're
was a
going.
pretty good
Texas-
game.
They're gonna
So,
jump. Notre Dame.
Here's what we gotta watch this weekend. Texas
I'm
and
talking about
Georgia
wins.
play this week.
Yeah, Texas and Georgia play this.
I
week,
only
so.
like when they lose.
Texas and Georgia play this week,
True.
and this basically is the conference championship decider for Georgia because if
No, for Texas
or
too.
Texas too, yeah.
Right.
But
Whoever loses the game is not going to.
but then again, Texas still has to play Arkansas.
No, Georgia. I think Georgia and Texas play next week.
No, it's a bye week. Excuse me,
Yes.
bye week for them, and they go on the road to Georgia. So that's a
I
tough
think
game.
Georgia's
That's what
gonna
I'm saying.
take
I'm
Texas
banking on
nuts in
Georgia
that
winning
game.
out too. I'm banking on Georgia
Right.
winning that game as well. So it's kind of like flawed logic. I'm banking on Georgia to beat Texas, but Texas to beat Texas A&M. So
Right.
it's like
it could happen.
it could happen,
Hold
but
on, hold on,
a lot,
hold on.
it's a bold prediction. But I'm going for
Let's
it.
see what Georgia has left.
Alex, who's your SEC champion?
Okay, so Georgia has like literally nobody.
Yeah,
Yeah,
their
until
schedule
Texas.
sucks ass.
Georgia Tech they play at the end of the year, but
Oh yeah, that would be a nice win.
BTA.
Cakewalk.
No, it's not.
You're right, Haynes King.
I think
Legacy
Texas
game.
A&M is playing too good to slip up right now. I mean, they have almost nobody playing. They have played almost nobody. Missouri is not a really talented team.
It's one of
without
those
Bo.
teams like Mississippi State, though, where you go to their arena and they could pull it out.
And
Right.
that's
it's
and-
just
and
that's
Texas
just
where
what I'm
Georgia's
worried
at this
about.
weekend. That's where Georgia's at. this
Exactly. That's where I'm like, I
Can
can
you
just
imagine if Mississippi State wins that game?
And
I
guess
hope
who's
they
going to be
do.
there?
And Brandon Walker's gonna get his get back.
Well, see, I saw that earlier. I was like, dude, I swear to God, if they do it again, 3
If-
weeks in a row, if they do it again,
What
I'm
if-
gonna flip my shit.
Mississippi State gets to win, and
Then my whole prediction's done.
it's over. Mississippi State.
I'm quitting
Be
the
careful,
podcast if
Bulldogs.
they win.
It's
I
the battle of
quit.
the Bulldogs. Georgia, you better be careful because that's not a team that you should fool around with.
Yeah. I think Georgia sees that, and I think Georgia's that team. Like we've seen them, like especially against Ole Miss. I think that Ole Miss win told me all that I needed to know about them. That they can, they're comfortable with being behind the entire game, and then they can
Slow starts,
Still
and then
win.
they'll still win in the end.
imagine what happens when they start good. It's kind of like the Pistons, dude.
We'll see what if
How many chips they won in the past?
How many years are we talking? 50?
15.
Bro,
the bad boy Pistons.
25.
Unfortunately,
Kirby at practice. I
25,
love the
yeah.
videos of like the students walking by. It's like, man, Kirby's getting on their ass today. What the hell was that? Reload. He's on the mic system.
Everybody can hear him in the stadium. Okay, next conference. Anybody have a preference between the ACC and the Big 12?
No.
Big 12.
Big
Let's
12
go
more
Big 12.
fun.
That's more fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one I won't go first. You go first.
Alex,
I
you haven't started yet, have you? Or have you?
I think you
You
started.
started for the
Uh,
Big 10, didn't you?
I didn't
No,
start the Big
he
10.
started the SEC.
No, I started the SEC.
Oh, he
Okay.
started the Group of Five.
You started the Group of 5. Jack started the SEC.
And you had to start the Big 12.
Yeah.
Because the independent, we already know who your independent is. All
Well,
of our
yeah, I-
independent is Notre Dame. Let's just put that out there.
even if they make it.
Even
But,
if they make it.
I think I think a lot will be told by this game this weekend. For BYU and Texas Tech. Game day is going there. Big new kickoffs is going there. It's going to be a huge game for both those teams.
Yep.
BYU being undefeated, Texas Tech having one loss. I think I'm going to go with Texas Tech being my Big 12 championship winner because they absolutely dog walked Utah in Salt Lake City against Utah, and then they're probably gonna beat the shit out of BYU too. Because I think Bear Bachmeier going into that really hard environment with all those tortillas flying around them.
They banned him.
Yeah, it's gonna. Who cares if they ban it? They're bringing it back. But I think Texas Tech's gonna win the game, win the Big 12 championship.
I agree with you, Isaac, 100%. I think a lot of it comes down to this game this week. Huge implications for Big 12 play. Let's hope Texas Tech gets it done for our bracket's sake. And like we said earlier, BYU's undefeated. They're bound to lose at least one of these. And Texas Tech is that team that can do that.
They're bound to lose.
Yeah, they've done it before and they'll do it again.
They've been skating by some average teams recently. I mean, yeah, that Utah win looks good and all, but they were home. They skated by like some dog shit teams earlier this year. So
they've been hurt too.
Yeah,
Texas Tech. I think a lot of it depends on health too.
I was talking about BYU. But Texas Tech, yes, they have also been hurt. Their quarterback's been hurt. Is he back now? I'm not sure.
I think he might be out for a season, but I think their offense in general, it doesn't really matter.
It doesn't
much.
matter who's at the helm. I don't think. Alex,
man, I love me some Cougars, but you can't go against the Raiders right now, so I'm gonna go with.
I love me some Cougars.
I mean, shout out Emma. I mean,
God, there's a clip for you.
No, yeah, I think Texas Tech gets it done. Even though I do like BYU. BYU is a good football team, even though they've been squeaking by with the bad teams. But
for sure,
I like Texas Tech.
Jack,
also give me Texas Tech.
All right, well that was a lot of debating. Okay, so I think that leaves Baylor.
Auburn.
They're out. Auburn. Wrong conference, buddy. But all right, so that leaves us with our last Power 5 conference, or Power 4. It leaves us with the ACC, and this one's the one I think it's going to be the hardest to predict right now, especially with all the losses that's been happening with Miami, Georgia Tech, and I mean Louisville's getting hot. Virginia's average.
Wins don't look good at all.
It's a lot to discuss and a lot has to happen because even you could throw Pitt in there to be the representative. Oh my gosh,
representative.
Thank you for the ACC because if they beat Notre Dame, they're serious talks of being in the playoffs.
Oh yeah,
but
so when
that West Virginia loss, man, that
does hurt them a lot.
Does Notre Dame is at Pitt or
Notre Dame at noon?
Whew.
Yeah, I mean. It's a noon game.
Kenny Pickett ain't there.
I mean, the last time we played at noon.
That's like us going to Three Rivers on noon. At noon. Ain't nothing different.
Ain't nothing there. There's business as usual.
Yeah.
But, okay, so.
Get blown out by 50.
I know I said for the ACC earlier that I was going to go with Louisville. I've been doing some thinking. I think Louisville's a really good team, but I'm having a hard time picking it against Georgia Tech to win out the rest of the year and then lose to Georgia.
Hating on Georgia Tech,
dogging on Georgia Tech.
There's no pod. Georgia Tech's the best is the better team and the more consistent team in the ACC conference of a conference of zero consistency. So I'm going to take the Georgia Tech to put it together and get a win over whoever's in the ACC title and go in as 10-2.
I also like Georgia Tech to stomp that ass in the ACC.
I think they turn it around too and get Georgia Tech gets it done
last week.
Yeah,
I do too.
I'm gonna go with Louisville to make it out of the ACC. Give me the Cardinals. I made a comment on our TikTok as a joke saying it was Louisville that was gonna come out, but the more I looked at it, I like their schedule a lot to at least make the championship game. We've seen they can beat Miami, a very tough team, very good team. We all know they're good. They just haven't put it together recently.
They fall apart every year.
Yeah, but we all know they're good, and Miami handed them their first loss in Miami. I don't think that's a win that you can just kind of brush under the rug. I think that's something they'll be able to do in the championship if and when they make it there. So give me Louisville to do it.
Is Georgia Tech on a bye this week?
No, they're at Wake Forest.
Okay.
Apparently, it's
Another trap game.
Apparently, it's a trap game.
No
Maybe
way.
it's
No.
Apparently
Tech
it's a
already
trap
played
game.
Wake
What are you
Forest.
talking-
Every game's a trap game.
They have Boston College. That's who they have.
Another trap
Okay, so
game.
it starts with a B, so it might as well be a bye week as well because they're
Right.
1-8 now, 1-9.
1-8. Boston College.
Hey, my boy Reggie Jackson went there. Don't
So
be
did
talking
Luke
about
Kuechly.
that like
Doesn't Mike Tomlin's kid go there?
Oh my God. Okay, we're not getting into celebrity kids.
Bill O'Brien.
That goes to Boston College of all schools.
Coaches
Zay
like Bill
Flowers go
O'Brien,
there?
who
All
just
right.
shred a defense.
Didn't the Red Towel start there or whatever they
The
tradition
red
is?
bandana.
Which is
That's an
iconic,
actual-
but that's
that's-
cool. But
that's also-
okay. Let's get into the
Never heard of her.
nitty gritty. We have who is our 12 team playoff field. Caleb, I want you to start because you actually have it all written down and ready to go. So they'll give Jack and Alex a time to think about it.
Alrighty.
I don't
Well,
have time to think.
let's see. I think I have to switch my number 1 and 2 around. My number 1 is going to be Indiana
Okay.
because I had Ohio State there, but I just made the split decision on this pod to go with Indiana if they make the championship. So, if they're both undefeated up to that point, then, Indiana would have to be 1. So I'm going Indiana at 1.
And I'm right there with you, Caleb. The Indiana is just not only has they beaten teams, they have beaten the living daylights out of their opponents. And
Yeah,
I
getting
think
everybody reps too, which is
Right.
really good. A
Right.
deep team going into the playoffs is
I
going to
think
matter.
Cincinnati gets number 1 spot right there.
Jack? Or do you need some
Based off what we all said, it
I'm
should all
good.
be
I think
Indiana. I
Indiana's
think.
going to be number 1 for sure.
I'm still gonna stick with Ohio State. I said this earlier, so Ohio State's gonna get the number 1 seed for me.
All right. Then, is it wrong to say Ohio State's my 2?
No, I'm going
it's
to put
mine too.
Ohio State at 2 as well.
I
All right,
put
I just
Ohio
didn't know
State
how
too.
it works because I didn't know if they lost the championship in the Big Ten if they
Oh,
could
yeah.
be 2.
Oh, it will be interesting to see. I think
Because how does that work?
I think if Indiana loses the Big Ten, I think Texas A&M will jump them at 2, and then Indiana will just go to 3
Or
Okay.
4, really.
or 4. Really, it doesn't. I think Indiana. If depending on what the score is going to be, because
I'm going to keep Ohio State at 2 for me.
Okay, so yeah, if it's a close game, I don't see a reason why they wouldn't drop them that
Now
far.
that you bring that up, I'm going to put Texas A&M at 2.
Make sure you write it down so I can post a graphic for it later.
I'm going to keep Ohio State at 2 because I don't think Texas A&M is going to be undefeated going in.
If everything works out for me, and in the end, I think Texas A&M will end up at 2. I think Ohio State's gonna win, and then Indiana's gonna drop a spot, and then they're gonna replace it with Texas A&M. So that brings us to our 3rd seed.
Me start.
Yep.
You start.
This is where we're going to start different, but I'm going Georgia here.
Okay.
After that path I picked for them to take to beat Alabama, that's where I'm going to put them. So a lot has to go right for that Georgia game to happen against Alabama, and they do have to win that game. But it's kind of just what I'm feeling. I'm feeling a little bit bold with that. So Georgia at 3 for me.
Okay.
I'm going to put Alabama at number 3.
I mean, it is literally the loser of the
The
Big
SEC,
Ten and
yeah.
Big Ten and the SEC. So I think Ohio State goes 3 because I think they played well. SEC is definitely the best conference right now, but I think Alabama's lost to FSU in the beginning of the year kind of pumps the brakes a little bit, and Ohio State probably will only have 1 loss. So unless they lose to Michigan.
Right.
So
And all right, so I'm gonna put Indiana at 3, just the loser of the Big Ten, just whoever is there. All right, so 4th seed, Caleb.
4th seed for me, Alabama.
Okay. Alex.
I'm also going to Bama for this one. So that means 2 Big Ten, 2 SEC, as it should be.
Right. I'm going to do A&M.
I'm doing Bama as well. I think Bama's gonna end up at 4, and it's just gonna be the same 4 we see now, just a little reseeded at this point.
Yep.
So all right, 5th seed, first team without a bye.
I'm going so back and forth right now between 2, and I don't know what's right or wrong, but I think this is probably the best way to divvy it up. I'm going to go with Texas Tech at number 5.
Okay.
So
you have them jumping 3 spots from where they are right now.
yeah,
And that's totally possible. in the end.
That's what I'm doing, just because I like the way the conferences all balance out when I do it like that. So I don't know. That could be a stretch, but I'm just thinking if Texas Tech wins out, they go on the run that I feel like they're gonna go on. I don't know. I feel like they're gonna surpass the team I'm putting behind them. So in these rankings, you never know what they're
never
gonna
know.
do.
Yeah, and especially winning the Big 12, they're gonna get respect for that.
Yeah,
I'm gonna do
that's
Texas.
what I'm
I'm going to follow you here, Caleb. I'm going to say Texas Tech at 12. Not 12, sorry, 5 as well. They're going to win the Big 12, and they're going to jump all these seeds up, and they're going to be the first team without a bye. So, Texas Tech.
Here, Jag, you can go first.
First, I think I'm third, right? I'm going to do Texas Tech as well.
Oh, wow. Pioneer I am. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay. Never mind, I'm doing BYU. How about that?
1 second. Special guest. I think I'll. It's between Texas Tech and Oregon. 1 second.
Okay. So, Alex is going Texas Tech as well at 5.
Okay.
And then, all right. So, that brings us to 6. That brings us to 6. Caleb, do you want to start?
I had this team at 5, but I just switched it to 6. Texas A&M is going in my 6th spot.
Okay.
Because I think they're going to be based off where I had them with my other SEC teams, they're going to be just out of that championship game. And based off with how their season's going to end, I think, they're going to be, especially where the other teams are, I think it's fair to put them at 6. So
I agree.
Give me Texas A&M there.
I'm gonna put Georgia here. I think even though they didn't make the SEC championship game, they're still gonna get a bid because they're all the ranked wins they have and how many games they've come back from behind and won. So
yeah, pretty much just the opposite of mine.
Yeah, pretty much. It's just Georgia at 6. Jack,
I'm also going to go Georgia at 6.
Alex,
Oregon.
Oregon. And that's bold. That's bold, but I like it.
6. All right.
Oregon.
All right, Alex, I like that. All right, so that brings us to our 7 seed. Well, I think the watch here is the SEC going to get 4 teams in the playoff, or are they going to get 5, or is the Big Ten going to get 3? So
I think BYU for 7 is me.
Retweet, bro. Yeah. Big 12 runner-up for me right there.
Right. I think BYU is definitely going to make it in.
Yeah,
barring they don't have any shit.
If they don't get their shit kicked this weekend, I think it's a real conversation that they are still going to make it with that loss. But if they lose this weekend and then they lose in the Big 12 championship, are you going to put that 2-loss team over a SEC team that has 2 losses?
Well, what has to happen is Texas Tech just has to beat them twice.
Right.
That's what has to happen here, which I think it's very possible with how it's going to end up because they play this weekend and then, they both just got to win out and then make the championship, which, we've seen some crazy things. But I like BYU a lot. I think their team's too good, especially like Utah and Arizona State and Cincy. Like, they're all out of it for me personally now. So,
Alex?
I can't keep Georgia lower than what I already put them, so I'm putting them at 7 here because they're not going to be lower than 7. So
they'll be in there somewhere, yeah around that range.
I'm going to put Oregon here at 7. I think they're going to jump my next team for the 7 spot. So I guess I can lead that off with whoever's going to be number 8. But I'm going to have Ole Miss as number 8. I think they're going to make it in there. Lane's going to get his last season with Ole Miss and make it worth it. So Ole Miss is going to be the 8 seed for me.
My 8 seed, Notre Dame.
Hell yeah. I like that shit.
They're going to win out. I think they handle Pitt. And, especially if Pitt's still ranked by then, I think that'll be a resume-boosting win. And, they have a couple close losses to ranked teams as well, which is hence why they're still ranked to this day. So, I got to put them number 8. And based off what I think is going to happen with SEC and ACC play, it made sense for me to put them there.
Absolutely.
I'm going to go with Georgia Tech at 8.
Georgia Tech sneaking in at 8. ACC conference champion for Jack. So they're checking in at 8.
Checking in.
Alex?
I'm also going Ole Miss with you in that one.
All right. So 2 people for Ole Miss and then Notre Dame and Georgia Tech. I'm going to go with Notre Dame at 9. So that's where they're going to check in.
Retweet Notre Dame at 9.
Fair.
I think they'll handle their last 4 opponents of the season pretty easily, and I think that Pitt game will be a test at noon. But I think we end up getting a good ranked win, and I think it'll drive us into the playoffs. We're going to be on the road at Ole Miss if you're looking at this, so hard place to play, but I think we can get it done.
We're just dancing around each other, man. I got Ole Miss at 9.
Nice.
So,
hey, retweet on that. I was going to put Ole Miss at 9.
Dang, I like how
I think SEC definitely gets 4 teams in.
Yeah. We'll see. I think Ole Miss. They've had too good of a year to keep them out. I think 9 just makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
If they're not going to make the championship, they'll put them in there over
for sure
a different team from a different conference. Who you got for 10, Isaac?
Alex, did you get your? Oh, you said Notre Dame, right?
Yep.
I think this is where the ACC champion is going to be for me. I think Georgia Tech's going to be right in here. Obviously, they need to win out, and they need to make the Georgia game close to give them a little bit better look. But I think they're going to check in at 10.
I like it. This is where my ACC champion is. Louisville.
Nice.
Insert the Cardinals here. Lock it in, fellas.
I'm also putting the ACC champion here, Georgia Tech. So they're going to be here as well.
I'm going to go ahead and put Oregon in there.
Okay.
Oregon's checking in at 10. All right, this leaves us with our last non-conference and open bid scenario for any of the teams in the field right now.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not going to be an ACC team for me at all. So I think this is going to be I don't even know who I would even consider right now for that spot. If I'm being completely honest, I'm taking a look. This is the one I've been thinking about the entire time because I had no idea. Because I did take out BYU, so I think I can't put a 3-loss Texas team in there because they're going to lose to Texas A&M. Shut up. Pac-2 is going to make a representation in there.
Oregon State.
Yeah.
Someone got to make it. Automatic bid would be
a Power 5 before.
Yeah, automatic bid would be crazy from one of them, bro.
Yeah, you can't even put 2 Big 12 teams in there either.
I don't feel confident putting any of the Big 12 teams in there. I don't feel confident.
You could definitely put 2 Big 12s in there.
I mean, you could, but I'm not going to.
Tejas Tech and BYU.
We already have 2 Big 12s, Texas Tech and BYU.
I don't.
You don't have BYU in there?
I don't think these two.
Wow.
I don't think BYU
you don't
is
think
gonna
Bear Bachman are going to the damn playoff, boy.
Boy. Dumbass.
At this point, this seat is wide open it's like a race to the finish to see who can get that spot.
Yeah, it's going to be wild.
I got mine.
All right, Alex, go ahead.
Michigan. No.
If Michigan,
Here we go.
Michigan checking in.
I mean,
Michigan
they're not
checking in.
If Michigan beats Ohio State, they're not going to leave a 10-2 Michigan team out of the playoffs who just got to win over the number 1 ranked team in the country.
No, but the thing is,
a lot's riding on
that dream has to happen.
Has to happen because they're not going to Big Ten championship.
No, that USC loss is just brutal, and the Oklahoma one's even worse. So, I'm going BYU. I got to put BYU in there. There's nobody else I would put in there.
I'm going to put Oklahoma in there.
You'd put over Texas?
I was thinking about it, but Bama's going to beat them.
Oh, wait, they have Bama still?
Yeah.
Oh, hell no. Hell no. I can't put a 2.
No, sorry, it's too late. It's locked in.
I didn't lock it. I didn't type shit. I didn't type shit.
Vanderbilt.
Shut up.
Jack, funny.
Oh, my God.
I'm putting Vandy in there.
That's crazy.
I'm putting Vanderbilt in there.
Let's just put it this way. Do you think the Big 12 or the SEC is a deeper conference?
SEC.
Then put an SEC team.
Okay, then I'm not gonna put a 3-loss Texas team and a 3-loss Oklahoma team.
So put a 10-2 Vandy team in there.
Me with Vandy, and I don't even know who that's their schedule is.
It's winnable. And they play their last game is Tennessee. Their last game is Tennessee. That's going to be a huge win.
I'm taking Vandy. I think Pavia's going to make the playoffs.
I also had Vandy at 11.
Let's go, baby.
Let's go.
I'm going to put UConn in there. Kick-ass schedule.
You can suck on this.
UConn lost to Delaware,
I'm
bro.
going to put Notre Dame in there.
All right, so Notre Dame gets the 11th spot for Jack. Vandy for you.
Vandy for me, and it was always Vandy.
If you're putting Vandy, I'm putting Michigan. I'm kidding.
Go ahead.
No, I'll put BYU.
Well, then you got to fix where you put Ohio State. That's the only thing that would screw it
No,
up.
I actually, man, it's tough.
It is tough, dude.
I think a 3-loss Texas team is better than a Big 12 team.
Well, yeah, but I don't want to put a 3-loss Texas team. So why would we even I guess the head-to-head doesn't
One of
even
their
matter.
losses are to the number 1 team in the country.
Right. And then I guess you can't even factor in that Vanderbilt lost to Texas, so you can't really put them over without looking at the head-to-head that they had.
Right. So I'm doing Texas. Hook 'em.
Damn, dude. Now I kind of want to do Texas.
Oh, did you write it down?
Oh, I put in 5 letters of their name. So does that
No, you
count?
put Vandy, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the name, buddy.
All right, Vandy's locked in. Fuck it.
No, listen, because Texas only beat them by 3 points, but I get it. That is this is based off Vanderbilt winning out the rest of the year.
Winning out.
So, and from what my schedule was, Texas is going to end with 3 losses. Vandy ends with 2. They're gonna get the
they're gonna
higher
get the
ranking.
bid.
Well,
So-
Michigan should
That's
just
not a
solve
bad look,
everybody's
Caleb.
issues and beat Ohio State
Yeah, for real.
and somehow make it the Big Ten championship.
Caleb, that ain't a bad look at all.
And so, with that said, that
Hobby,
leaves us with
baby.
our G5 champions.
And then
At
Memphis
12.
at 12.
So Caleb's got
USF.
Memphis, Jack's at USF, Alex and I have Memphis. So everybody go through your playoff field one more time so the viewers can hear what it is. Caleb, you start.
Write it down.
Alrighty.
You can do it.
Oh my God!
Really? I got Indiana at 2, Indiana at 1,
Go
Ohio
slow.
State
Go
2, Georgia
slow.
3, Alabama 4, Texas Tech 5, Texas A&M 6, BYU 7, Notre Dame 8, Ole Miss at 9, Louisville 10, Vanderbilt 11, and Memphis at 12. Lock it in, folks. If you're trying to win some money, cash app me for my
Odds
my
are
bets.
sitting at plus 3,000. Lock it in. For me, I have Ohio State at 1, Texas A&M at 2, Indiana at 3, Bama at 4, Texas Tech at 5, Georgia at 6, Oregon at 7, Ole Miss at 8, Notre Dame at 9, Georgia Tech at 10, 11 it has Vanderbilt, and I just switched that up randomly, but then I have Memphis at 12.
Man, this dude copied all my picks.
Man, no,
Jack, you want to go?
no, Jack's still trying to figure out what
Jack's
the
still
hell
on
he can
pick
say.
2.
So I'm gonna put Indiana at 1, Texas A&M at 2, Ohio State at 3, Bama at 4, Texas Tech at 5, Oregon at 6, Georgia at 7, Ole Miss at 8, Notre Dame at 9, Georgia Tech at 10, Texas at 11, and Memphis at 12.
All right, Jack. So now we're just waiting on you to figure out who the f you just put in.
No,
your...
hold on, I got I got Indy at 1, Ohio State at 2, Bama at 3, A&M at 4, Texas Tech at 5, Georgia at 6, BYU at 7, Ole Miss at 8, Oregon at 9, Georgia Tech at 10. I put Notre Dame at 11, and then my 12th was the USF.
And that'll do it.
USF's playing right now.
What are they playing?
They're playing.
Are they winning at least?
Wait, hold on. Who is it? They're playing UTSA, and they're winning 7-0.
All right, that just started. All right, that's gonna do it for this week's. Actually, wait, hold on. That is the You Don't Know Balls podcast, college football playoff rankings and predictions for us. Let us know what you think in the comments. I'm sure you're gonna grill us in our clips that I post and the graphics that we post. So we're looking forward to that. Even though,
Yeah, my Oregon pick is just definitely a lasso to the moon.
yeah, there's a lot of stuff that could happen. A lot of football to be played. A lot of things to shake up. So we'll see. We'll see where we are at the end of the season and see how many teams we got right. Because I think that'll be really interesting. So don't lose these rankings at all, Jack.
I just deleted the
Already
note. I actually
deleted
just
it.
reset my phone. Sorry.
Already just deleted it.
Dude. But anybody have any final thoughts before we close this thing out?
Low key, I kind of wish I would have put Oregon at 11. I'm really banking on Oregon losing to either Washington or
Iowa.
Iowa.
They traveled
Iowa's
to
a
Iowa.
huge
They're at
game.
Connect this weekend.
You know what? Rapid fire predictions. There's a couple good games. Texas Tech, BYU. What do we all
Texas
got?
Tech.
Tech.
Yeah, my ranking depends on Tech, so I need it.
Oregon at Iowa.
Oregon at Iowa.
Oregon.
Iowa.
Close game.
Oregon.
Really
Oregon,
close game.
because
Iowa.
Iowa's
Iowa
offense is still shaky.
is such a hard place to play.
Last week I didn't take the trap game. I'm taking the trap game.
Taking the track game.
Iowa. Give me the Hawkeyes.
trap game.
Yeah.
Notre Dame at Navy at Notre Dame.
Notre Dame.
Oh, come on. We're just doing that to boost our record.
Notre
Dame.
Navy's at 7-1.
Yeah, well, they're dog shit.
Notre Dame's winning.
Notre Dame.
Notre Dame. They
Just
played-
for that, I'm
they're not-
picking Navy.
They're not bad. Navy's not bad. They just played really
We can't
You think
include
the
that
three
one.
lost Notre Dame teams getting in the playoffs?
No,
Caleb?
every game they play out from here is
that would contradict your.
I know.
predictions.
We're not doing that one. That was too easy. That's like negative 3,000 odds. Are you kidding me?
Georgia, and Mississippi State.
Okay,
Georgia.
I have to go Georgia. I'm locked into
They
it.
can't get it done against Texas.
Georgia,
Give me
be
Georgia.
careful, but you'll win, but it's a trap game.
Kirby
But
Smart
give me
will
What
whoop
Georgia.
about
that ass.
USC and Northwestern?
USC's gonna win that
all
game.
in.
Easy.
Who's at home?
USC. They don't lose games at home, except
Yeah,
if you
watch.
Notre Dame.
Listen,
Until
Michigan.
UCLA.
Until UCLA, baby.
Until rivalry week.
Indiana, Penn State.
Oh, you got to do teams
Yeah,
that
no.
aren't in the playoffs. Just pick a random one.
James Madison and Marshall.
Oh,
James Madison.
Marshall's at home though.
Yeah.
James Madison.
Marshall's ass now. They all transferred
James
out.
Madison.
Yeah, they beat Notre Dame and just kind of got bad.
You know what? For fun, give me the herd.
Dude.
All right, let's do a shit game.
One more
Yoda
game.
to Joda.
One more game, Alex.
Okay, not a shit game. Texas A&M and Missouri.
Texas A&M's gonna win that game.
I need Texas A&M to
A&M
win
needs
it.
to win.
TAMU.
I need it.
Tamu.
And
Timu.
does Syracuse knock off Miami?
Miami.
No. They don't have Steve Angeli
Give me
anymore.
Syracuse.
Steve Angeli's hurt, so no. Miami wins that one.
That's
Give me
about it
Cuse.
for me.
Why don't we do-
UCLA plays Nebraska?
Closing thoughts.
Oh, let's do that one.
Oh, yeah,
UCLA, Nebraska. That's a good one. I'm gonna go UCLA for fun.
Give me the Bruins.
for my Bruins. They're at
Raiola-
home.
Yeah,
Raiola's
I'm
out.
riding with the
Raiola's
Bruins
out.
too. I
Raiola's
want them
out.
to win.
Let's go.
I want them to win.
Raiola's out. Give me the Bruins.
Yep. Let's go,
He
boys.
goes in. Raiola's out.
Matt
Y'all
Rule-
hopped on the train too late.
Matt
Get
Rule
off.
sucks.
I was
Right.
there with you.
No.
All
Hey,
right.
Rule did sign an extension, boy, so he's not going to Penn State.
Yeah,
Yep.
2 more years of losing big
Mediocre
games.
football.
All right.
Okay, their blackout was pretty sick.
That
though.
was sick.
even though they lost.
Felt like it was. I was watching the what's that movie? Oh damn it, the Black Phone.
Oh.
The Black
Straight out of
Phone.
Compton.
Huh?
The
Straight
second
out of
one's
Compton.
coming
Yeah.
out. The second one's coming out.
All right, let's wrap this up.
All right. Any final thoughts?
No, I'm
Anybody?
good.
All right, good. That's going to do it for this week's episode of You Don't Know Ball podcast. We appreciate you all listening and tuning in. Please keep up with their support. Go get some merch. There's our every 3 episode merch support. So
Yeah.
go get that.
Link in bio.
Natty Light trailer.
Natty Light Trader's
Get that
coming.
t-shirt. That's sick.
Hey, we might be Tuesday. Tuesday
be
night
there.
next
Might
week.
be there.
Bringing it back. But
Oh God.
that's going to do it for this episode. And remember, we don't know ball. You don't know ball. We all don't know ball. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.
Go blue.
All right, time to watch some college football.
Yeah, some fake ass college football.